So the market, right? Who called the top? Me. I'm not calling the bottom yet. Soon. But here's what I wanted to tell you. During times of market volatility, when I'm not around, it usually gets worse. We already got the main part out of the way. 538.50 on the Qs to 475. That was the main trade. The easy shorting is over. If the market's going to go down some more, it's going to be a fight, just like these last 2 days. It's finally putting up a fight. I think the battle's going to be lost, and we're going to get a down move, and it'll be just another faux show, bro. Good morning and good afternoon. My name's Kenny Glick, and I've been trading longer than you have. I've also been making videos on YouTube pretty much first. I am the grandfather now of the industry, and I'm here to warn you that this Friday, like 2 days from now, if you find there to be some sort of complacency or you think the worst is over, chances are it's not. So I'm not bullish until we get back over 5 days worth of VWAP, right? And that's up there, right? So it could happen today, but I'm not convinced yet. But what I was convinced about was all these levels that we hit on the way down. So once we gave way under the monthly and we actually started breaking prior day lows, that was the one, that was the 532.50. And the reason 475 was inevitable was this chart. So that's 9 months worth of VWAP. So again, I don't want to jump the shark here, but I'll show you. That price right here. So that's what we're battling around right now. And now it's around 477.12. It was 475 the other day. We got there, right? Now, all these levels that we violated on the way down, those are going to be resistance on the way back up. And as we know, the market never goes down, right? So now that it's gone down, the question is, how long does it take to go back up? Right? Because inevitably it always goes back up. It's not a question of whether it's going to happen. It's whether it's going to happen sooner or later. In my opinion right now, I think it's going to take longer than usual because I think the market's broken right now. But you know what happens to a broken market? It gets fixed. Just like that. And that fix is price. So no matter what your opinion is, oh my God, we're going into the recession. Okay, sure. Oh my God, Trump's losing the economy. He's breaking the economy. Oh, okay. The world's coming apart, right? Oh, yeah, okay. We've heard all those stories before. You can insert any president. Blah, blah, blah is ruining the economy. Market's going to crash. World events, right? There's been a world war coming now for what? 15, 20 years. Okay, sure. Right? So this moment is no different than every other moment. They used something to say, hey, this is the reason that we're selling off now, right? The uncertainty of tariff, no tariff, the uncertainty of what Trump's doing. People don't understand what's going on, and some of it's borderline insanity. When again, I don't want to keep going and turning this into a political rant, but what about just speaking as a human being, right? As a human being, any president or in any moment, do you think threatening another country, if you don't become our 51st state, we're going to do bad things to hurt you? That's insane. Right there. That's insane. Because basically he's saying we're going to war with Canada. We're going to take over Canada. That's so where are you Palestinian sympathizing cunts right now? Why don't you take up arms against Trump? Let's see how that works out. He wants to colonize Canada. Right? Next thing you know, we're talking about genocide, right? And by the way, just to that one more point, Israel's doing a really, really bad job at this genocide. It's about 510 days in. If you put me in charge, within 3 weeks, I could get rid of a huddled mass of sand rats in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, I'd be done with these people. and they wouldn't have any debate anymore. Do you support genocide? Well, we don't have to support it anymore because it's done. We're moving on now to the next nation. And again, my solution for Ukraine, I think you guys heard me. If Ukraine wants money from America, they have to serve as our proxy to attack Iran, because Iran pays other sand rats to do their bidding. And they go, well, it wasn't us. It was these fuckers over there. So if Ukraine wants our money, they have to act as our proxy and bomb Libya, bomb Syria, take care of some sand rats for us, right? Do the job. Do the job that's supposed to be done. Anyway, enough genocide, right? But that out there, right? That normally would be cause of the market to be uncertain. We already had it. Iran shot rockets, Israel shot rockets back. I thought the world was going to explode that night. Nobody cared. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about anything. So now that the sell-off happened, right? The easy money to the short is over. So where do we go from here? I'll show you. So if we can't get back above the breakdown area, which again, this was the January pivot. That's when the first idea that Trump was ruining the market and the Trump bump was over, but it held. Then we had deep six or deep seek, whatever the hell that was. Fought through that. Nobody cared. But the market did a job. This is how sell-offs happen. They bring it to the highest point, then they roll it. Just like faux show bro, they bring it to a lowest point, then they rally. They bring it to a high point, then they roll over. So right now we're smack dab in the middle of it, right? So if we break down, the easy answer is breaks the low there. We're going to go test the lows from where we came. So basically this price right here. And that's 460.58. Right? Now watch this. Now, if we crash, that's where we're going. And how do we crash? Well, you break 460.58, right? Then the next target is the 449.82. If 449.82 gives way, you only have two more levels, and there you are at the fake crash level. Now, I think we're going there. Why? Because the market's rigged, right? The market's rigged to price. And because that actually happened, even though nobody remembers it because it was a 2-day event, they made up some name, yen carry. Nobody knows what that means. Nobody cares. And before they even write the papers or the articles about what happened, it was over. And then we proceeded to have the biggest rally in the history of ever. That was 420 to 540 with pretty much no break of trend, right? No break of trend until we broke the trend, which was when we broke down under the 499. You can see the trend line right here. Trend line right here. So now that we're trending this way, if this rolls here, right now, we're in the lick your wounds stage of the sell-off, right? The residual sellers, the people who didn't sell up here, they're hoping this rally comes back to where they want it to sell, and they're probably going to be selling because that's the change of the nature of the beast right now. Sentiment's changed. We're selling the rips, not buying the dips anymore. There's a combination of both going on right now, buying the dips, selling the rip. More importantly, none of this matters. Why do I even have this conversation? Just based on the idea that I'm going away, and if any of those levels give way while I'm away, make sure you're short. But here's the fun part. None of this matters. If you're a day trader, and I'm talking specifically to the people that mostly I think I know, right? We're day traders. None of this matters. Just getting an overall feel for the market, that's all you need. And then you go back to trading what you see, right? Trading what you see. So the easy money on Carvana short is over. For the swing trader who was short, you're done. Now you got to go back to being a day trader again. The easy shorting is over, but that doesn't mean you can't short. So if you came in, going back to the premise, right? Gapped up stocks in a bearish environment are susceptible to selling. When does the selling kick in? I think you know by now. Blue line, right? Look at this. So I waited 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and then it broke the blue line. Shorted it. What's the target? Orange line. So your entry price is 187.50 and your target is 174.50. How you doing? Do I need to know what market we're in? Bear market, bull market? That was going to do this anyway. Stocks that are gapped up usually are susceptible to selling. Stocks that are gapped down, the shorters want to cover, and the buy on dippers are there to buy it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's the same day over and over again. And in this case, it's the same stocks. I've traded Carvana Qs every day for the last 7 days. And pretty much those are my main trades. And then, I got to show you a trade that didn't actually work today. Look at this. Groupon short. Right? Groupon short. Groupon. Yeah. Groupon. Reported earnings, and the stock is up huge. Ding, ding. We're shorting this thing, right? Cool. Waited for it. Starts to roll over. Broke 13. I gave it a shot using the high of the day. Gets to the VWAP. Here we go. It's rolling over. I think it's about to hit the orange line. We're going to crush this name. Nope. Reverses back in my face. And because I'm a disciplined trader, I didn't want to get out unless it broke back above the price where I deemed it had to cover. And I waited and I waited and I waited and I waited and I waited. And even though this was a faux show and I should have covered here, I waited and I waited and I waited some more. And then I was forced to cover 50%. I was about to cover the other 50%, and then it rolled over. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this opportunity to get the hell out of this trade because it's really not cooperating. Double bottom at the VWAP, no hesitation. And look, I was up a couple of hundred, wound up making $20, right? But the point of this trade is when a trade doesn't cooperate, bye. That's it. Not working, out. Moving on. I chose poorly today, but the other one was Stitch Fix. Right? Did you just chuckle? Yeah. Groupon and Stitch Fix. Who even knew these stocks were still around? I mean, I did because I do this for a living. But Stitch Fix? Gapping up on earnings? When do I short it? And in this case, this one, there's the VWAP break. Prior day VWAP, 1 minute, multi-day VWAP reversal. So far, and if we can make it till about May 1st, since May 1st of 2022, not one of these trades have failed. That's ridiculous. Groupon was not a fail because it never did roll over. We didn't get to to that stage. But when a stock that reports earnings breaks the 1 minute and the prior day, I could say 100% of the time over the last 3 years, you've gotten a profitable trade out of it. And guess what? I wasn't in the Stitch Fix because I was trading Groupon and the Qs at the time. And then you had Trump, right? Same scenario. I thought they had reported earnings. I saw it rolling over. Breaks the VWAP, tries to stop me out, rolls me over. But the stock never went anywhere. So on this next leg up, I was like, you know what? Enough of this thing. If it doesn't want to tank, I'm not going to stay short. So today was kind of a grind. But that's it. That's the nature of trading. Some days are better than others. Some days are awesome. Some days really suck. But now, even when they suck, you're taking minimal losses. And then you just say, hey, you know what? This day sucks. I'm out of here. And you're going to have to own it. You have to eat it, as I say. There are days where you're just not going to be able to find a winner. But when you trade this style, you just wait for the setup for it to come to you. So let's say you missed all that intraday action or pre-market and opening action, right? Forget about it all. You're like, I'm too nervous to trade short. Okay, cool. How about faux show, bro, multi-day VWAP break, retrace to the 1 minute, and then my trader, the guy that works for me, he's buying up here, and I'm yelling at him. I'm like, if you're buying up here, what were you thinking down here? Like, why are you waiting for here when you got here? There's the fake out shakeout back above prior day VWAP. You should be buying here using these levels as your out, but he's buying over here. So I was like, all right, cool. All right, now you're in. Let's walk through the trade, you nudnik. And then first thing I said to him, what's your stop? And you know what he said? You know what he said? He said 476. And I was like, okay, I like that. And look where the price went to, right? It went to 476.06. Right there. That, in that moment, the guy that works for me, my guy that I'm trading, who I'm allowing to trade my money, he learned a valuable lesson. It's not about how you feel or what you think. It's price. Because traders go, oh, they buy it here. It starts to rally. It rolls over. Oh, God. And they sell immediately. All of it. Wrong. If you got a whole number nearby, you want to go right at the whole number or slightly under the whole number right here. But in this case, he put the stop at 476 and it went to 476.085 and he's still in there. Next thing you know, a trade that I didn't even want him to be in. And then I said, hang in there to 479.80. Why? 479.80, I said, because the market goes back to prices where significant stuff happened once before. A double top at 479.80 rolled over. Why don't we sell when it gets back to 479.80? 479.80 going once, 479 going twice, thrice, and you're done. Nailed it. Even late to the party. If you get in late, you just adjust your risk parameters. And if you're enjoying this commentary right now, join my website. Because if you join now, as you know, I've been giving away free classes. I've been giving away a lot of stuff for free lately. Join now, free classes. All right, we're charging for the class again, but if you join now, free class. Not only this class, the next class, the next class, and the next class, and the schmoozes, and everything we do. We have been going now for 8 hours a day. It's either me going for 8 straight hours or me for about 6 hours. My partner Sal goes for 2 hours. And basically those 2 hours that he does is a whole different amazing experience in itself because he's taken VWAP and has made it completely algorithmic. And he's showing people how to build algorithms on Thinkorswim for yourself. It is unbelievable what we're doing for one low price with a money back guarantee. So nobody does it the way we do it. We do it the right way. We show you how to make money first, ask you for some of the money that we made you to pay for a subscription, and we just keep giving you free stuff. Okay? So be careful on Friday. Earnings season starting already on April 11th. Get involved with what we're doing. And let's rock. I'll see you guys in Miami. I'll see you in Vegas. Let's keep this party going. And I'm going to tell you one more price. If you guys are feeling bullish, you got to get over 583 to reclaim the market as a bull. All right. All right. Okay. I'm out of here. All right. Good luck, man. I do 4 hours. It's better to do it live with me. Join my TikTok channel too. Help me take over TikTok. I got this one kid, this guy with his Yankee hat on, screaming about how you're getting rich if you took his picks. Right there, you're dismissed. You're dismissed. Anybody that says you're getting rich on a stock pick, no, unless the trade went 3,000x, right? 3,000 times your money. Because, for instance, let's say, what's getting rich? Rich to me would be the point where I don't have to work, right? Nobody is hitting a trade where tomorrow, the next day, you don't have to work anymore. Nobody. You got to have some money. You got 80 grand on a trade. Let's do the math. 80 grand and you get a, 30x trade. I don't know. What's 80 times 30? 80 times 30, 2.4 million. Yeah, that'd be a pretty good trade. But anybody that comes on TikTok and starts talking about how you're getting rich on my last stock pick, and he meant it. It's a fucking nudnik kid. And he should take his videos down because the stocks that he talks about, and he talks about these entry prices, if you go back and look at the stocks that he's talking about, they're all down 98% from where he was talking about. It's just, the internet is just full of just a bunch of bullshitters. I've introduced you a couple to them. I've exposed a couple of them. You remember Scan Man, right? The worst of the worst right there. I'll leave you with this. I'm going to be around tomorrow night, and then I'm going to leave for the weekend. I might not be back on Monday. Come and hang out with us Thursday night, my friends. It's still free until we figured out the new website. So far, we built a new website. Right now, we're having some issues with the chat room, so we've been letting people in for nothing anyway. If you guys out there, if you've been victims to somebody, just get in touch with me. We do it the right way. We do it the only way it should be done. Prove our worth and then ask you to join us. That's it. Because if we can't prove our worth with you having no risk, then we're not worth it, right? If someone's not willing to give you something for free or give you their time, they're probably doing something not worth your time, and especially not worth your money. I, on the other hand, enjoy giving out free stuff to prove my worth, to help you make money, so then you could afford to then pay for what I'm selling you. Sounds fair, right? Because it is. My name's Kenny Glick. I am the best trader on the internet. And if anybody's out there that wants to challenge me, come up with $100,000 cash. We'll figure out some parameters, and I will literally fuck you up. I will. And again, I don't even want your money. If you have a website or a service, I want you to shut it down and go back and go search out Kathy Wood as we excommunicate her from the industry also, because she needs to go as well. Peace.